Hello, it's Farmer Dave with his little grandbaby. We're down at the barn, the old barn. We're having a historic moment here. We're just fired up for the first time. My grandpa's welder that we haven't used for a long time, we just got a motor out of an old swather to mount on since the old motor blew up or died or wasn't good enough, and so now we're just trying the welder for the first time. So that's Clayton. He's my nephew, and there's my brother Mitch and my dad, and that's the old welder. Okay, you come with me, babe. You come with me. Okay, so we got to tell a bit of a story here. So my grandfather went to tech school, SAIT, which is in Calgary, Alberta. And this first welder, they made them themselves. They wound the copper wire and stuff around the coils and made the welder. But this is their second welder, and it was their main welder forever and ever. They've used it, I don't know, I'll have to talk to Dad, but I've done for at least 30 years. Anyway, the motor wasn't, probably the original motor died, I think was the story, and then they put a gas on it. I think it was originally diesel. So then we bought this old swather behind me there for $500. It's a gas motor, but it's a big enough one to run the welder. A little a Ford motor and a versatile swather. So got the motor out, and Dad did all the work. What do you think? Yeah. And so now they got that little Ford motor in there. It's just working like a champ. And there's the original old welder. What are you seeing, Willie? So there's the old dials on it. That is an old welder. So Mitch and I, we're 1 year apart, well, year and a half. Mitch is a year and a half younger than me. He looks 10 years younger than me, but it's not fair. Somebody thought he was my nephew a couple of weeks ago. That's kind of offensive. But anyway, when we were in high school, we started calling each other Willie. And that's a kind of an odd thing to do, but he calls me Willie and I call him Willie. And so nobody else can call us Willie because we don't know who they're talking to. But it's like Willie! And anyway, it's just a thing. It's a thing that brothers do. Anyway, so a historic moment. The old welder is going again.
Hey everybody, Kyle here. I'm just running down to the gravel pit. I guess they have everything set up and are crushing gravel for the Highway 3 project coming up here between Tabor and Burdett. So they're getting things ready there. So I just wanted to take a peek and get a little bit of video. But just on the way down here, looking at the river, you probably can't see, I might get a little clip, but there's some bald eagles just soaring around in the wind today. See him not very good, but this is down by the fork, so we have a video I'll put up here somewhere talking about the forks down here, and the leaves are just kind of starting to bud out right now, but it's really pretty down here in the summertime. We have one video of us going down the river. We had a company party down here going down the river, so you can go check that one out too. But anyways, we're gonna go drive over to the gravel pit and I'll show you what's happening down there. It's pretty windy, so hopefully the drone's okay out there. But anyways, we're getting excited for this upcoming season. Getting some good videos coming out pretty soon. So thanks for following along.
we're hauling manure. We got big manure trucks getting loaded. And we just finished our new pump house. So we got our dugout, and then we put in a bunch of rock, and I'll show you inside. But this is the new pump house. We've been working on it for almost a year now. I mean, we've been using it this winter, but now the plumbers have come, and it's just unbelievable. So we have 2 culverts going down. So they're acting like wells, homemade wells down into the dugout, which we fill with irrigation water. And so there's a pump in each one of those holes. And then they just came in and did all the piping here. So all that computer controls and the piping across, and then it's tied in. And so it goes to the one up high is going to fill our sprayers. And then all these ones that go into the ground are going to all our different buildings, our shops, the house. Yeah, 3 different shops, and then the main farmhouse here, all tied in. I decided to use Schedule 80 PVC pipe, which is a very heavy PVC. I think it's rated for 200 pounds, but I just like working with it. It's strong, it looks nice, and it's easy to cut into it and add a T and modify later without any special equipment. Anyway, so then these 2 computers, the one pump will run normally, and then as it ramps up, they're all variable speed controlled. So the pump, it's not on and then off. There's no pressure. Well, there is a small pressure tank, sorry. Yeah, small pressure tank to handle some of the water hammer, but the pumps are variable speed. So the one will wind up if somebody is, a cow is drinking, it's just running slow. And then if a whole bunch of cows are drinking in multiple pens, and if irrigation turns on in the yard, then that pump will go until it maxes out. And then the second pump will kick in and it'll rev up, but all only on demand with pressure sensors. And then we'll be able to run up to 50 gallons a minute, which when we're filling a big sprayer, then you can fill a big sprayer in 15 minutes instead of in an hour or 2 or something. Anyway, so no, it gives us some good capacity and much better control of our pressure when we're running lawn sprinklers and showers and cattle, all that stuff in the same yard. Gets to be a little bit complicated, but this system is gonna do it. This is amazing, super exciting.